ang sabi ko din. Ano sabi ko? Ano sabi ko?
Sabay-sabay po natin. Pag-usapan ng mga kwento.
Okay.
Sabay-sabay po.
Sabay-sabay. Mga kwento, nagbibigay hugot. Nag-iisip ka din ba?
Oo. Kanina okay, yes. Sabay-sabay
Naiiyak
natin
ako.
pag-usapan. O game.
Sabay-sabay po nating pag-usapan ng mga kwentong nagbibigay hugot, sigla at inspirasyon sa panahon ng pangamba at pag-asa.
Tara na! Sama na sa ating munting tambayan. Kami po ang bago ng Kaulayaw.
Ako po si Kay!
At ako naman po si To.
Simulan na natin ang
kwentuhan!
Hello mga kaulayaw!
Hello!
Hi to!
Hi, Kay!
At syempre, we are excited sa ating panibagong episode
Yes
dito
na
sa
yes!
Kaulayaw Stories! Alam mo, nakaka-excite talaga tong
Sino naman ang
episode.
bago natin yung feature ngayon?
Syempre, at interesting to kasi usapang pera. Sino ba naman ang hindi maging interested dito? Dahil
Correct.
itong i-interviewin natin ay kumita this pandemic ng more than 6-digit income lang naman.
Kada buwan.
Every month,
Yes.
this pandemic.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
interesting to.
Alam mo, talaga interesting kasi di ba, during the pandemic, ang daming nawalan trabaho.
Syempre,
Even sa
millions.
nawalan siya ng trabaho, di ba?
Mhm.
Pero gumawa siyang diskarte. At nakakuha siya
Nakahanap
ng
siya.
opportunity online na magbibigay sa kanya ng 6-digit income kada buwan.
Wow! Hindi talaga masama ang online. Merong maganda sa kanya. We just have to know how and where to look sa magagandang opportunities na meron sa digital world.
Correct ka dyan. So, sabay-sabay nating
Tara na!
i-discover to. Take
Yes!
note! Walang mga scam dito,
Walang
ha?
scam.
Walang-
Makatotohanan
makatotohanan
lamang.
to, oo.
Kaya, lika na!
Oh, ready na ba kayo?
Ready na ba kayo mga kaulayaw?
Okay, wala pong alis. Tara
See
na!
you! Ayan, hello, Jaya!
Hi, Jaya!
Nice to see you ngayong hapon sa ating
Hi.
episode. How are you? How are you
Hello.
feeling right now?
I'm a little bit scared. Excited.
Excitement,
Excited.
overwhelming excitement. Ano?
Yes. Very
Ayun.
excited.
Ayan. Jaya, salamat ha kasi binigyan mo kami ng time talaga na sumama sa program na to at na-share mo yung blessings mo kung paano ka nag-enjoy ngayon despite sa pandemic, diba? At naging source ng hope sa community mo din. No? At karapat-dapat ka na maging part ng tropang Kaulayaw.
Share, di ba? At naibahagi sa iba yung naging opportunity mo na open din at pwede rin sa iba, sa mga kaulayaw natin yung opportunities na ino-offer ng internet and digital
Oo.
world.
Alam mo naman, marami sa amin ang gustong malaman paano ba kumita ng
Paano
up to 6
ba?
digits kada buwan, Jaya. Lalo na ngayong pandemic, di ba namin wala trabaho? Si Jaya ang kuweba na kakayanin natin. Basta wag lang tayo mawala ng
So
pag-asa.
kapag employed ka, usually yan mga 5 digits, di ba, ang sweldo. Pero ikaw, nasa bahay lang. And nag-pandemic, pero 6
Pang Vice
digits?
President ang
Yes!
saan niyo, Madam. Kailangan mo na magkaroon ng security guard sa bahay, Madam Jaya. Oo.
Yung interview natin with
Alright.
Jaya, kaya simulan na natin to.
Sige.
So,
Mhm.
ayan. Jaya, syempre kami, kilala ka namin. Pero gusto ka namin ipakilala sa mga kaulayaw natin. Sino ba si Jaya? Can you tell us more about you?
Okay. Hi mga kaalayaw. Ako nga pala si January. Yan yung totoo kong pangalan. You can call me
Wow.
Jaya, yung singer.
Wow!
Singer. And then I am 25 years old. I have 3 kids. And I am a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. And I took another course for secondary education. And I just, since last 4 years ago, I have been working from home na talaga. And working from home, like I have an online job na talaga since after I got married. And then, just started like freelancing, ika nga. Kasi online job and freelancing is two different things. So, I just started being committed in freelancing just last year after the pandemic happened. Ayan.
Can you share with us, paano ka napunta sa opportunity na yan? So, sino ba si Jaya before? And then, paano niya nakilala yung opportunity ng freelancing?
So after I got married, ayan nga, I started as an English as secondary language teacher ng company. Hindi ko na pagsasabi kung anong company. And then during the aside from that, pinagsabay ko yung being an English teacher and tutor sa school, in a private school. So, after that, I transitioned into corporate, pero home-based pa din. I work 8 to 5 or 7 to 5. Pero it's really hard kasi during those times, yung kinikita ko lang talaga, maximum na talaga yan ng 18,000 a month.
In a month?
Oo, tapos meron kaming mga anak, tapos yung earnings namin doon sa pag-tutor or being a teacher in a private school is really not enough. So, ayan, then, at saka, ano pa ba? So, I transitioned from being an ESL teacher, then in a corporate home-based job, and then just I stopped in my home-based job because I struggle in postpartum depression. So after I had my third child, I really suffered in postpartum depression. Like tumutulala talaga ako, tapos umiiyak ako, ganun. So I decided to stop even though that wala kaming ganung kalaking income. So I stopped, and then it's really difficult kasi I was earning 18,000 a month that time, and then so much na yun para sa akin noon. Pero when I stopped, it was really heartbreaking because I need to give up my job. So ayun, so I look for another ways, and then nag-business pa kami noon. But sadly, pandemic happens. But it's not sad because sad opportunity makes transition into brighter opportunity for me.
Wow.
Because I found freelancing during the pandemic. So ayun, doon na nag-start yung freelancing journey ko after the pandemic. So from started earning 18,000 a month, nag-transition ako ng April. It's still hard kasi you are still learning it, the pathway of freelancing. May mga times na overwhelmed ka kasi napakalawak ng freelancing eh.
Yes.
So, pag-establish ng foundation mo, it's really hard. And then, so from February, I started earning 18,000, and then just the same year on November, nag-freelancing na ako nun. I hit 100K.
Is that last year or 2021?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that was last year.
Congrats, Jaya. And so with that, what kind of industry did you consider?
Kasi 'di ba malawak ang opportunities sa freelancing. How did you find the kind of niche na kung nasaan ka ngayon, and what niche ang pinili mo or what opportunities sa freelancing?
Okay, so I am really new at freelancing, and nag-scroll ako sa Facebook, nakita ko si Demi and I enrolled in her Crate and Rise Academy na course. At saka I was really enlightened. Like we were being taught kung paano mag-niche down, ano ang things na anong mga bagay na we were taught how to look for the niche that we are very passionate about. So isa doon na tip is that you look back na during your childhood days. Ano talaga yung gusto mong gawin? Ano yung very passionate kang gawin. So I was thinking, ano nga ba yung gusto ko nung bata pa ako? So I was really into puzzle. I was really into arts. I was really into like singing and dancing, but those are also another form of arts. But I'm really into arts and painting, something ganon. So after that, you question yourself, is that something that you could offer in the digital world? Can you sell that? Can you sell that passion? From my passion in my childhood, nagsesearch ako kung ano ang mga digital services in freelancing na may kinalaman sa arts. So ayan, so there is graphic designing, my website designing, my video editing. So doon ko nakita yung niche ko. So after I really dig deep, nag-study ako ng graphic designing, I was really amazed and I was really like, yes, ito na talaga yung calling ko, ito na talaga yung passion ko. And because it's really different kung magwo-work ka because of money and you work because that's what you really like. So that's a totally different thing. So ayan.
Yung specific skill na in-offer mo sa freelancing world ay
Graphic designing.
graphic design. So question, Jaya. So like for example, ako, medyo gusto ko rin pumasok sa freelancing. Okay lang ba na pumasok ko kahit hindi pa ako ganun ka-knowledgeable? Like for example, in graphic designing?
Yes, kasi Jaya, you told us that you started parang new ka lang talaga into graphic design.
Mm-mm.
Totoo.
So, ano
Yes.
yung pwede siya even dun sa mga baguhan?
Yes, totally. So, ang good thing about freelancing is you don't need to have a diploma. You don't need to have a certificate to go into freelancing. The thing is, although na baguhan ka, you just need to learn one thing. Just need to learn about like the basics, just the basic of the graphic design, the fonts, the typography, the palette, something like that. Tapos you practice it. Kasi talaga in freelancing, ang importante talaga is you're willing to learn, you're willing to expound your knowledge, you're willing to dig deep about your passion or what you're passionate about. So ayan, so nakita ko na the essence or the ingredients in freelancing is really not about being knowledgeable on one thing, but the willingness to learn new things na bago sa atin. So ayan.
So kung sa normal world, no, para kumita ka at mapasok sa corporate, usually ang hinahanap nila diploma.
Yes.
Lalo na pag
Yes.
kabilang ka sa prestigious schools, di ba? Ang bilis ka makapasok. Di ba?
Yes.
Sa freelancing, sabi mo, so hindi naman kailangan ng diploma. So ano yung kailangan mo dapat i-prepare na material para mas marami kang makuha ang client?
The first thing is you need to learn a certain skill. You need to upskill. Skills lang talaga yung kailangan doon. First is your equipment.
Okay.
That is the first thing kasi equipment, it's either you can use your own cell phone kasi may ibang mga freelancing din na you can just use your phone or something like that. But I prefer using a laptop or a PC, personal computer, because hindi siya limited. So you can do everything in ano. But if you're a student, if you have only a phone or a smartphone, maximize it, use it. Like kung hindi ka man mag-freelancing ngayon, study first. Study the niche that you wanted to pursue. Like if, for example, you wanted to know editing. For example, you wanted to learn video editing. Then learn it first. Learn it, and then may mga applications naman tayo sa cellphone na pwede mag-edit, 'di ba? So it is very talaga. Kasi there's so many ways in killing a cat. Ika nga. So there's so many ways or possible ways that you can do if you are just willing to do it. If you are just willing to reach your goal. So kung wala kang laptop, you can use your phone, you can use whatever things that you have to maximize it and reach your goal in freelancing. So, yan.
Wow.
Jaya, usually, di ba, pag freelancing, ang mapansin nito abroad, di ba? Sa States,
Yes,
sa
dollars.
Europe, di ba? Oo.
Dollars.
Ngayon, syempre, pag mga foreigner yan, iba standard yan. And they will give you dollars per hour, di ba? In exchange dun sa service na ibibigay mo. Question is, hindi ka nila kilala at all. And then, papasok ka sa kanila as freelancer or parang independent contractor. Paano mag-build yung credibility mo na kaya mong perform ng certain task na to? Like, for example, graphic design. Ano yung klaseng papeles? Or na parang diploma counterpart na kaya mo talaga siya?
Yes. Okay, so in freelancing, we have like a portfolio. So you can build up your portfolio. Yung ginawa ko, nagmo-mock up client lang ako. Like for example, may client ako ganito na need ng logo, something ganun. And then like kung ano ang gusto nila, ginagawa ko tapos inilalagay ko sa profile ko. And then also first is portfolio and the second one is your social media appearances, or your dapat may, what do you call this, may yung
social media pages ka. Ganyan.
Yung social media pages serve as your portfolio na nakikita nilang legit ka talaga na service provider. Kasi yung mindset nila, is this legit? Kung magbabayad ba ako nitong freelancing na to, gagawin niya ba yung task niya? So there is also like what do you call it? What's the word? Nagda-doubt din sila sa mga freelancing kasi nga marami ng scam ngayon. So there are also na hindi sila masa-scam sa business nila because that is also their business, and they need to assure that the service provider that they get is a credible person. So yung credibility natin, mabibuild natin siya sa social media. We can use portfolios to show us the things that we can do, like ano mga graphics na ginagawa natin, ano ang mga video editing styles natin, so ganyan. So you can practice. So if you practice for one thing, you can post it you can add it on your portfolio already, and then post it on social media para makita nila may identity ka sa social media. And then after that you can like start in your local. Like for example, may alam kang friend na nasa-startup ng business. Uy, gawan kita ng logo for only a small amount, like ganon. Tapos siya na friend mo, uy, that is in return of testimonials. So you are gathering testimonials even in your local area. So because credibility, by gathering testimonials on your portfolio and also reviews on your social medias, that really gives a big impact na legit tong taong to. So, ayan. Yan yung masasabi ko.
Medyo nagiging technical na tayo. Nandun na tayo sa details ng freelancing, kaya ang ganda.
Kaya with that naman, so more on yung portfolio, yung appearance mo appearance mo sa social media pages, no? Yun yung nagbibigay talaga ng credibility para mas ma-hire ka ng madali, no?
Yes.
Ito naman ang
Oo.
question, ano naman yung mga bagay na dapat mong i-consider para hindi ka ma-abuse ng mga potential clients mo abroad? Kasi dito sa Philippines, yung tinatawag na gig economy, kung nasan itong mga freelancers, parang medyo bago-bago or hindi pa ganun
Yes.
ka-popular. No? So,
Mm-mm.
I'm not sure if meron pang strong policy in government to protect our freelancers, di ba, locally. Ikaw, ano yung mga usual practices mo to make sure na protected ka? Kumaga yung tipong on a certain time, mababayaran ka talaga ng client mo.
So in the course that I got in with Demi, we are taught how to do that para hindi kami ma-abuse ng mga clients. Kasi nga, hindi lang sila ang masascam, tayo din masascam din tayo na hindi tayo babayaran, di ba?
Yeah.
So, ayan nga, yung ginagawa ko na na-learn ko is that before you say yes to your client, laid out the foundation, laid out the boundaries. So, kung sasabihin nating boundaries, it talks about the contract. Okay? So, I made a contract for them. Kung wala silang contract, ako ang gagawa. Pero usually, ang service provider talaga ang gagawa ng contract. Kung ilang logo ang gusto nila, anong design, ilang revisions, tapos magkano, tapos kung lalapas na doon ng revision, dapat also you need to list all the things. For example, magre-revise 4 lang yung revisions na minention mo sa contract, then yung ka-5th na revision is may additional na bayad na yun. Okay? So, yan yung ginagawa ko. Laid out your boundaries kung anong services na ino-offer mo, saan ka lang saan yung boundaries mo para clear in both parties na pag sumobra ka ng revision, may bayad na yun. So, at least, before you say yes, he or she already knew how to work with you. Okay? So, ang proseso ko din sa bayad is not work now, pay later. Yung ginagawa ko is that it is stated on the contract that the client should pay 50% beforehand. So 50% beforehand. For example, our project is $400. So it is stated on the contract, after you sign the contract, you will pay me $200 this time. After we completed, we complete the project, then you complete the 50%. May iba nga is, in the middle of the project, they will pay 20%. And the last
Additional.
at the additional. Tapos, pag matapos na, doon na yung 30 nila. So, ayan. Yan yung, laid out your boundaries to the client. Make it, transparent to them so that they would know.
Jaya, alam mo, nakakatuwa na parang it sounds like you're really parang isa pro na dyan sa freelancing. But when you were starting, ganyan din ba? Ganyan ka na din ba nung nagsisimula ka pa lang? How are you when you were starting?
We don't start talaga na perfect na din. So, I have also flaws, and then I was also abused a little because kasi yung word compromise because you were already friends with your clients and then something like that. So, dun pumapasok kasi nagko-compromise ka sa contract mo. So, hindi siya talaga maiiwasan, especially when you are just starting. But it's good to have like laid out foundation already. Like, nangyari yun sa akin once, tapos parang sumakit yung puso ko. Kasi binigay ko lang very cheap sa kanya, tapos it took so much time, so much revision. So, during those mistakes, we are learning.
Yes.
Oo. That yan talaga yung importante. Kung may mali ka, pause, ponder, and then
Yes.
you learn from your mistakes and then move on.
Yes.
Ganon.
Jaya, so ano sa tingin mo yung pinakang main tips mo or tipong mga advice mo para ma-hit namin yung 100K na yan a month?
Yes.
Ano ba sikreto niyan,
Ano ba
Jaya?
yung if we wanna do yung freelancing, ano ba yung pwede mong i-share sa amin na
Oo.
tips and advice?
Yung tips at saka advices. Ang tips at saka advices ko sa mga kaulayos na nakikinig, na gustong mag-venture in freelancing, ano talaga, yung willingness mo. Number 1 is willingness talaga to learn. And then number 2 is that improve your self-esteem kasi struggle talaga yung self-esteem eh. Kasi may mindset tayo mga Pilipino na nasa baba lang tayo ng mga foreigners. Yan yung mindset ng mga tao. So, build up your self-esteem, but it takes time talaga. I will tell you, it takes time to build esteem. At first, matatakot ka, pero pag malampasan mo yung fear mo, then you will gain self-esteem sa sarili mo. Ay, kaya ko pala. Okay, gawin ko na naman ulit. Ay, kaya na naman pala. So, one thing I can say, be firm to your willingness. Number 2 is, don't be shy to speak your own. Kasi nga, we are very intimidated sa mga foreigners. Number 3 is, do it. Just do it. Kasi nga, may mga mga doubts din sa sarili natin. So, if you think, may mga plano tayo eh. Marami tayo, mga engineers tayo eh. Plano tayo ng plano. Pero yung kulang natin is yung humakbang.
Action.
Kasi natatakot tayo. So, ayan.
Jaya,
Start now.
yung 100K na yan per month, isang client lang yan or multiple clients yan?
Multiple clients yan. So, yung 100K a month, I have like 3 monthly retainer. Kasi dalawang type of freelancing yan, per project at saka monthly retainer. So, pag per project, one project lang, for example, logo lang, tapos na. But for monthly retainer, like every month ka talaga may trabaho sa kanya. Pero like for example 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, but it's still you have the freedom to choose what time you can work. You can work at your own pace, so that's the advantage of freelancing talaga.
Jaya, kung bibigyan ka ng pagkakataon, no, kasi medyo nag-normalize na yung ating environment, no?
With pandemic.
Bumababa na yung ating viruses. Diba? So, pag binigyan ka ng opportunity na bumalik ka doon sa corporate job mo, babalik ka ba or hindi?
O pipiliin mo pa rin ang freelancing?
No, hindi na. Kasi I can see talaga that there is like growth for me in freelancing. The grass is greener in freelancing. In freelancing.
So, talaga greener pasture, kumbaga, di ba?
Yes.
Talagang gugulong-gulong ka doon, so sobrang dami talaga ng opportunity. Jaya, no? But, bago ka makarating doon sa greener pasture, you have to take a risk. Diba? Kasi if you are dwelling on that cycle, hanggang doon lang talaga yung result mo. Pero kung tatawid ka doon sa boundary mo, challenge yourself, sabi mo nga, willing ka to learn, and don't be shy, and just do it, sabi ni Jaya, makakarating ka doon sa greener pasture, di ba?
Totoo. At saka, sabi mo nga, Kaulayaw to, it's a cycle. So, it's not just in the start. So, kung makakahakbang ka na, try another one, hakbang ka ulit, try another one, hakbang ka ulit. So that's a cycle for us to grow and be master in our skill set in freelancing.
Jaya, ngayon, di ba na, yan, you are so blessed sa nakita mo opportunity ngayon, ano naging impact niyan sa family mo, sa community mo, lalo na 'di ba sa Surigao medyo naapektuhan kayo ng typhoon.
Yes.
Ano naging
Oo, totoo.
anong naging role mo doon at ano naging perspective mo sa lahat na nangyayari sa community mo now that you are a freelancer?
Like I can say that I am very blessed. Thank you, Lord.
Mhm.
I am really I every day talaga nagpapasalamat ako sa Diyos na that it is really about him. Everything is because of him talaga. Hindi ko talaga siya makikredit sa sarili ko na ginagawa ko to dahil to kasi nagpursige ako kasi may willingness ako. Hindi talaga 'yan kasi at in the end, it is God's will talaga. It is God's will that will prevail. So it is His plan. So first of all, I'm very thankful na before the pandemic, before the typhoon happened, like na-establish ko na yung 3 client na monthly retainer ko. They're so very considerate sa like, okay, wag ka nang magtrabaho, bayad ka na ng bayad ka na hanggang
Grabe.
December.
Oo.
Oo, talaga. Tapos may isang client pa ako na nagpadala siya ng $800 kasi for us to settle kasi kailangan namin mag-travel ng other city. Pero sinabi ko sa kanya, this money is not only going to help me, but I also extend help to my community. So,
Community, wow. Having to
bumili kami ng mga groceries, tapos,
wow.
kasi, yun, after Pasko yun, kasi, that happened December 17, and then we bumalik kami doon sa Surigao, then, nagpamigay kami doon sa main city, sa Surigao City talaga na, grabe, tutulo talaga yung luha mo kasi nga pagpunta namin doon, yung mga tao talaga, ay, pahingi ng pagkain. So yun yung yun yung naging very thankful ako sa kay Lord kasi during those times, sinave niya kami, tapos ginamit niya kami makatulong din sa kapwa namin. So ayun. So nakita ko yung advantage ng freelancing talaga.
Grabe.
And hindi ayun. So okay na.
sobrang nakaka-inspire. Nakaka-inspire and we can feel yung how blessed you are. And natutuwa ako dito sa interview natin with Jaya.
Jaya, ito, bago ka na yung pakawalan.
Yes,
at talagang,
pakawalan talaga, no?
Kasi alam ko marami ka kliyenteng dapat
Asikasuhin.
asikasuhin, di ba? Ano ba naman yung ilang minuto lang na binigyan tayo ng time, di ba?
Salamat sa opportunity.
Jaya, siguro
Chika.
alam mo na rin naman to, di ba? Kasi napanood mo yung previous episode namin sa Kaulayaw Stories. We feature ordinary people with extraordinary stories to tell, di ba? So, just like you, Jaya, complete the sentence. I am Jaya. I am ordinary person with extraordinary stories to share because...
Okay. So, I am Jaya. I am an ordinary person with an extraordinary stories to tell because I have an extraordinary God that helped and guide me throughout this journey.
Wow naman! Okay, the new Miss Universe! It's Surigao! Si Jaya may daladalang ayuda, habang naglalakad sa Surigao. Ito si Jaya.
Grabe naman din kasi ang nangyari talaga.
Pinayak natin, grabe.
Oo nga eh.
Ano totoo nito?
Jaya, thank you so much. Alam mo, sobrang gusto ko pang magtanong ng mas malalim about sa
Pero wala na
freelancing.
tayong oras kasi.
Yes. Pero, okay lang ba sa susunod, we would like to know more about freelancing so we can share and get a bit deep about freelancing so we can also share sa ating mga kaulayo kung paano din sila kikita pa, kung paano pa yung mga kailangan nilang ihanda, yung paghahanda nila sa sarili nila para kumita din sila ng 6 digits.
Hopefully, Jaya, no? So, by within this year, sana makapunta rin kami sa Surigao. Mag-bonding tayo. Makapag-share din tayo ng mga techniques kung paano kumita ng ganyang amount din. O kahit may sapat na amount lang para mairaos ang ating yung month-on-month na daily expenses, ganyan.
Needs.
At makapag-inspire pa tayo ng marami pang Pilipino. Kasi tama yung sinabi ni Jaya eh. Kung hindi mo alam sa sarili mo na magaling ka, talagang hindi ka magaling. Talagang tingin sa ibang lahi, ganun ka lang kababa. Pero si Jaya, pinatunayan niya, hindi kaya natin mga Pinoy.
Pinoy tayo.
Sino probinsano pa si Jaya, diba? Woo! Galing ni Jaya. Akin na part ni Jaya. Salamat Jaya sa pagtambay sa Kaulayaw Stories, and hopefully sana magkita tayo within the year. Ingat ka dyan.
It is my pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
Ayan! Top! Ang ganda ng interview natin kay Jaya today.
Yeah.
Tsaka feeling ko, nafe-feel ko para tayong Tony to.
Minapayak na naman po tayo sa episode na to.
Oo nga.
Miss you, Jaya.
At saka nakaka-goosebumps yung yung huling part ng interview natin. Nakaka-goosebumps. So, pag-usapan naman natin ngayon, ano ba yung mga natutunan natin dun sa interview natin kay Jaya?
Sige.
So, simulan ko. Actually, ako, nag-stick sa mind ko yung willingness, yung sabi niya kasi, di ba, be willing to learn and develop yung sarili natin. So, kapag, syempre, sa freelancing, di ba, she went into the freelancing industry na parang hindi niya alam saan ba siya, kasi bago hindi niya alam kung saan siya pupunta, ano yung niche na papasukin niya. So, yung willingness niya, kasi from corporate to freelancing, kailangan meron ka, ano yung dala-dala mo. So, yung willingness niya na matuto ng something new at i-develop sa sarili niya. Yun yung isang magandang bagay na pwede natin i-apply sa sarili natin. If we wanna, hindi lang sa freelancing, if we wanna do something na gusto nating pagkakitaan, syempre 6 digits. So, di ba?
Kapag alam mo kasi may golden pot at the end of your journey, talagang didiretso ka di ba? No matter what. Kahit mag-fail ka many times, diba? Willing ka pa rin to continue that. Sabi nga ni
Have the
Jaya.
confidence.
Have the
And
confidence
hope.
to continue that hanggang sa mapunta ka dun sa end goal mo.
Totoo.
Ang ganda nun.
Right.
Sa akin naman, yung since freelancing kasi, it's more of like offering your service in an international stage. Of course, diba, you're gonna compete with different foreign freelancers, then lalo na kapag isang client lang, tapos syempre parang in a way magbibidding ka dun against others international freelancers, diba? So it's really important na tayo mga Pinoy, we have to inculcate to our minds na magaling tayo. Kasi wala naman ibang maniniwala magaling tayo kundi sarili natin. Sa ating magsisimula. Yung self-esteem na, di ba, na sinasabi, we really have to remind to ourselves na kaya natin. Kasi ang mga Pinoy, di ba, magagaling. Kahit bagyo, masasaya.
Nakangiti
kahit walang bubong, di ba nagagawa ng paraan, di ba?
Pero,
kumbaga yung lakas ng loob at saka yung creativity ng Pinoy kung paano mabuhay, kaya natin. Magagaling tayong Pinoy.
Tsaka kaya natin gamitin yung setback natin. Tapos,
para gawing inspiration to move forward.
Totoo.
Correct, I agree. Yun, kasi hindi mo rin kasi masisisi rin na maraming Pinoy na medyo pessimistic o medyo negative ang pananaw sa buhay. Kasi expose ang bansa natin sa mga negative news.
Okay.
Pansinin mo kahit simple yung balita, manood ka. Parang 50 to 60% ng balita, mga negative, bad news. Diba? In a way, naapektuhan yung way of thinking natin. Lalo na may mga batang nanonood din. Diba?
And it is planted in our subconscious mind, whether we like it or not.
Isa pa, madagdag ko lang, sa mga movies, lalo na pag foreign movies, pag may ibang bansang pinipicture, ang gaganda, parang paraiso, ganyan. Pero pag minsan na nga lang, may napanood pa ako movie, minsan na nga lang ma-feature yung bansa natin, tapos napaka-short lang na eksena. Diba, pakita pa puro digmaan, kahirapan, tsaka ibang treatment sa mga Pilipino. Diba? Doon pa lang pinapakita ng media na gano'n ang Pilipinas. Pero sa totoo, mayaman na bansa ang Pilipinas.
Totoo.
Mayaman. So kailangan lang natin talaga i-embrace ang bansa natin, mahalin natin ang bansa natin, at turuan natin sarili natin na magtiwala na kaya natin. Magtiwala,
At maniwala.
At maniwala. Ang galing nun, Kay. Gusto ko yun. So, wala talaga ibang tutulong sa atin kundi
Kundi
tayo
tayo.
mga Pilipino.
Kapwa natin, sarili natin at mga kapwa natin Pilipino.
Yes! Grabe, masyado na tayo makabayan dito, Kay.
I love it! Kaya
Okay.
itong Kaulayaw magandang impluensya.
Oo.
So alam mo,
Tambay lang kayo lagi dito.
yes, totoo yan, makitambay sa Kaulayaw.
Yeah.
And alam mo, gusto ko lang idagdag din dun
Mhm.
sa shinare ni Jaya
Jaya.
sa atin na
Mhm.
to take action.
Okay.
So kapag meron tayong gusto na gawin in life, just do it. Yun nga yung
Yeah.
sinasabi. Just do it kahit di mo alam kung yung how, yung paano. Basta nakikita mo yung next step mo, yung next mong gagawin, continue.
Yeah. Sabi nga ng damit ko, trust the process.
Yes!
Sabi ni Jai, di ba one step? Pag
One
nagpasin mo
step.
one step, another one step na
Next
uli.
step na
Hanggang
naman.
mapasin mo, malapit ka na sa goal mo.
Yes!
Trust the process. So, don't be an overthinker.
Correct.
Oo.
Para sa 6-digit income. Sabay ganun, pinasok talaga eh, no? So, ayun lang. Maraming salamat.
Yeah.
I think we're good with that. I hope mga Kaulayaw na inspired kayo. And hindi naman natin pinopromote yung masyado talaga yung 6-digit income. Hindi naman tayo mukhang pera dito.
Oo.
Pero we just want to inspire you and give you hope that it's possible in spite of the challenges ng ating buhay.
Correct.
So, kaya mga Kaulayaw, dito lang kayo at makitambay sa amin. Kaya naman, like, comment, and subscribe! See you again sa aming susunod na episode. God bless mga Kaulayaw!
Bye!